Food waste in America is a major problem. One of the causes of this is the amount of food thrown out and wasted in schools. Approximately 795 million people in the world are starving, and 1 in 8 Americans don't have a steady food supply to their table. The food that some people have too much of never has a way to get to the people who have too little of it.
We waste 1/3 of the world's produced food. It is enough to feed 1 billion hungry people on this planet.
For example, in lunch, many kids would take like a whole lunch tray, but they'd only take one item to eat or drink, and then they'd throw the rest out.
Schools give out food that kids don't tend to like. Like when I'm in line, I only get 1 or 2 things out of the lunch. Most kids just tend to throw out the whole plate and just waste it.
The increase of food waste first started when the Healthy, Hunger-Free Kids Act of 2010 was passed. The Healthy, Hunger-Free Kids Act of 2010 authorizes funding for federal school meal and child nutrition programs, and increases access to healthy food for low-income children. Do you think the Healthy, Hunger-Free Kids Act was sufficient?
I don't think the act was sufficient enough since the plan backfired, and many kids, they don't take fruits and vegetables, a certain amount of it.
Food waste comes to mind. I think of low-income families not having enough food to put on their plates, and when that happens, that's just not okay.
This act allowed the USDA to monitor what food was being sold in lunches, including vending machines. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of food waste?
When you first say food waste, the first thing that comes to mind is definitely a school. Like, we have so much food that we just throw out because we don't like the taste of it, or it just does not look appetizing.
Although this bill has reformed the nutrition values in our school lunches, it also comes with a negative consequence. Studies have shown that 40% fruits and 60% vegetables were thrown out in the trash. They found that while children placed more fruits and vegetables on their trays, they consumed fewer of them. How is the rest of the world affected by food waste?
I think the rest of the world is affected by it because when we waste a lot of food, many other places don't have the food to be wasted. So we just waste food that other people can possibly eat instead.
Over the years, food waste has increased by 56%. About 70% of our water and 50% of our land is devoted to agriculture. So when we're not eating that food, it's a huge unnecessary waste of resources.
First thing I think of when I think of food waste is America as a whole. We have a lot of food, but most of it does not get eaten. In school, we're giving lunches that are pretty nasty, and kids are just throwing them away. And where does the food go after that? Probably in the trash.
High schoolers, when we throw out food, we don't really care about it. We just do it because we don't want it. And we don't think about how other people have food on their plates, and we're not caring about it enough.
Americans throw away enough food every year to fill 730 football stadiums.
Do you think adding more food onto a child's plate can make them eat more?
Putting more food in a child's plate doesn't always mean that they're going to eat it, since you can't forcefully feed a child to eat fruits and vegetables and such things. But also, they have to have natural instincts in order to eat the food.
30% of food is wasted globally across the supply chain, contributing to 8% of total global greenhouse gas emissions. More than 70 billion tons of greenhouse gases could be prevented from being released into the atmosphere. About 33 million cars worth of greenhouse gases are produced to grow food that never gets eaten. Where do you think food waste takes place the most?
Food waste takes place the most in school cafeterias because some students get a lunch and then they end up throwing away the whole tray and just taking the milk.
One way schools can help reduce food waste is by increasing the time we have to eat. There is often not enough time to eat after you've waited in line for lunch. An extra 5 minutes can make the difference between a student being hungry or well-fed. Many schools are trying new techniques to reduce food waste, which can include composting, creating share tables, and donating food to shelters. Kids should be taught at a young age for eating healthy and to not throw out good food. When kids are taught to eat more fruits and vegetables, that leads to healthier eating and less food discarded. As this becomes a habit to a child, they will reconsider whether throwing food away is good or bad for the world.